Welcome to our ARC web window. My name is Mario Bacchus and I'm your moderator. Today we would like to review our European Industry Forum session regarding industrial robotics and drones with our senior analyst Fabian Wanke. So enjoy and the stage is yours, Fabian.
So thank you, Mario, and also a warm welcome from my side. As Mario already said, we will have today our web window in regards of industrial robotics and drones. So I will directly start with the agenda for today's webinar. We will start with the review of our cool robotics innovation track we had at our European Industry Forum this year in May in Sitges near Barcelona, where I was the moderator and host of this track. Then we will have a closer look at AI in robotics, because we've been at the Automatica fair, and then I would like to give also a preview of upcoming webinars and on some other things. So let's start with the first subject. It was really an honor for me to have Dr. Engineer Thomas Dasbach, who is the lead for UMATI and an absolute expert for OPC-UA at the VDMA, so the German Machinery Association. We just not had Thomas Dasbach at our forum. ARC and the OPC Foundation are closely working together for years, and we at ARC are really trying to push OPC-UA forward. And why it's so important and not just in robotic is because it's really the vendor independent interface, and it's today the standard for robots, not just for robots, also for cobots, and it might be also in the future, but there has to be done a lot of work for drones. Thomas did give a real deep insight on the today's work in the different working groups. They achieved already a lot, but there's still a lot of work to do. But the OPC-UA information model as today is really a must. And not just in robotics, also in all other areas of automation. And I really like, if you want to have more insights about that, to check out the website of the VDMA, and also get in contact with us. We can provide you with much more detailed information, but I will speak about that also a little later. In all, the OPC-UA information model, not just for robotics, is really one of the keystones, in our opinion, to make the industry, the automation world, ready for the so-called smart factory or Industry 4.0. And it's already used by all big vendors. We plan to have another session with the VDMA in the fourth quarter this year, where we will dive much deeper. For me, the highlight of the session was Halasky. It's a German-based drones company. It's not just that they build and broaden their industrial drone portfolio, and also have, as you can see here on the slide with Hirkus, also AMRs. They are also planning to offer submarine unmanned vehicles, and they offer a so-called integrated control center, which is, as we say at the moment, a unique selling proposition. They can operate more than 100 automated drones in that control center, it's certified for cybersecurity. They have also working hard on standards, and it's really worth to have a look, at that company. And we will also make another webinar in Q4 where we hopefully have Matthias Kronstedt again with us. Matthias is the founder and CEO, and he gave already at the European Industry Forum deep insights, and especially about the hurdles. The big thing is especially all the safety requirements and also regulations, because today, as Matthias told us, drones have to apply for the same safety regulation as passenger airplanes. And this is really hard to achieve. And this is, in our opinion, one of the biggest hindrances that drones are much more widely used, especially in the industrial space. It was not just Hala Sky there. Hala Sky brought also one of the main customers, and it was the LSBG. It's a public authority company from Hamburg city. And we've been really, really surprised that a public authority company is so modern and is using latest state-of-the-art technologies, to cope with all the issues and circumstances they have. The LSBG is a service provider for all other authorities in Hamburg, and they are responsible for the complete infrastructure, which means, they had the necessity, to digitalize all of the infrastructure they are responsible for. And that's why they decided to use drones. And as you can see here on that slide, it's not just about monitoring and documentation of construction site or inspection, whether it's environmental or inspection of drones, of cranes. As you know, Hamburg is by far the biggest harbor in Germany, and they have over 100 of those big logistic container cranes, which have to be regular inspected and also monitored. But think about all the roads, bridges, other facilities, especially the flood protection is of key importance for Hamburg, and this is only today possible of using drones. But the LSBG is offering that also to other authorities, for example, the building or the construction agency. And as Dr. Uwe Köcher told us, it's such a gain in efficiency because it's not just the control center, it's also the software behind delivered by Hala Sky. From automatic data generation, then the synchronization that you can really easily build up digital twins of all your facilities, of all things you have to inspect. You have an automatic data evolution, and you already have algorithms, AI-supported programs that you review, that you detect anomalies, and so on. And this is really, I think, a unicorn. It's a light model for a lot of other cities, not just in Germany, I think for whole Europe. And if you are interested in, maybe you have time, you are in Hamburg, Dr. Uwe Köcher and his team, they are really glad you are able to visit them and to get really insights how they use, for example, the control center and especially how they use latest technologies to cope with all the issues such a big city has. So as you can see here on the picture, yeah, this is the ICC, so the control center. And as I already told you, the improvements, yeah, and time reduction, the efficiency really put up. But there are also hindrances, as I said, yeah, especially when we talk about protection and safety, yeah, of unmanned airspace. There are a lot of regulations, and unfortunately, we do not have at the moment standardized European regulations. Even in Germany, it really depends on the states. Yeah. Nevertheless, it's absolutely a win for the LSPG, for the city of Hamburg. And that's why nowadays the LSPG is really offering drone as a service to the complete city of Hamburg. Last but not least, I was really happy that we also gained Martin Naumann from DragonBot. DragonBot was originally founded at the Fraunhofer Institution. Maybe you already are aware about this institution. The Fraunhofer Institution is always linked, yeah, to our universities and high schools. And Martin Naumann was working before at the Fraunhofer Institution and did develop the so-called DragonBot OS. Yeah, it is one of the first really robotic teaching tools based on AI technology that more or less everyone is able to teach/program a robot. And he was showcasing that because they did internally several trials, tests. And for example, at an automotive supplier in Czech Republic and Japan, the task was to program a robot that it's able to drive in a screw on a metal plate. And as you can see at the graph, and standard non-trade operator was not able with the standard robotic teaching tools to program the robot. Neither was a technician, but both were able to program a robot for that task in less than 10 minutes. And this is exactly where AI, especially for robotics, will really play a much more important matter. We are a lack of people everywhere around the world. We are fighting with the lack of skilled peoples. So we really need technology that more or less everybody is able to program a robot. And this is now true. And this is also what we've seen at the Automatica, the biggest robotic fair which takes place in Munich. And there we had some observation made, and also when we were talking to all the big industrial robotics suppliers and also their automation suppliers. So as we just discussed, low code, no code programming is an absolutely big step forward in making industrial grade robots, cobots, AMRs, even available for much broader interest group, especially think about the SMEs, so the small, medium, or mid-sized companies, enterprises, that they have a lower entrance barrier for using robots and also automate more and more processes. We've seen a lot of examples where, via example, camera systems together with an underlying AI are used for path optimization, for learning. Same is true for safety and cognitive AI. Yeah, safety is so important, especially when we are talking about human-machine interaction. Yeah? First, we need really safe working places. Yeah, and with the AI capabilities, we can more and more free the standard industrial robots from their fences. Yeah, and yeah, we will see more and more of those solutions upcoming in the next years. Everybody is at the moment speaking about generative AI, yeah, whether it's ChatGPT or the Google solution or Siri and so on, yeah. And this is also true then for robotics. It will absolutely help you to interact with robots, but also it's a big advantage also for programming. You can easily generate code, and it's not foreseeable, but we are working hard on our AI studies to keep knowledge level high, and also to provide you with the latest information about that. And especially, there were solutions out since years, yeah, where the automation suppliers were already working with speech recognition and so on. But the new generative AI models, or the large language models, or the leveraging of the large language models, yeah, is a key changer. And in our opinion from ARC, this will be even more crucial and will give another boost when we speak about then the upcoming new chip generation, especially think about then when quantum computing will be standardized, will be available in masses, not just now, where the chips are incredibly expensive. This will also give AI an absolutely boost, we are convinced. Nevertheless, we've seen, and this is especially true for a lot of SMEs, that most of the companies, the smaller ones, are not able to create their own AI solutions, which is also not necessary. So you will see more and more partnerships popping up. Yeah, and this is absolutely fine. So this is also what we can see at the automation fairs, that more and more companies are now open, are really playing around, but with expert, because they do not have the experts in their own company. Yeah, again, it's both hardware and software. AI needs the right software to run properly. Last but not least, an absolute new upcoming trend is edge AI, and especially embedded AI. We speak about edge AI when AI models are running on an IPC at the edge, so not in the cabinet, there where the data is generated. For example, vision cameras with an underlying intelligence, hardware and software side. Yeah, also to avoid incredible big data lakes. Yeah, and we will shift from maybe storing all data, which might make sense, but it's always a big thing of cost, because data storage is costly. Also think about the CO2 footprint. Yeah, we will see a movement from, we save all data to which data makes sense to save, to analyze. So pre-filtering at the edge, and then really with good and sensible data doing the big analytics, whether on your server, on-premise, or on a third party, which is then service in the cloud. This was more or less that short introduction. I want to finish with the preview before you are able. You might have already raised some questions, which I really love to answer when I'm able to. So we at ARC for sure are closely looking at AI, and we will publish end of August our AI in machinery, where we really focus what AI solutions are already used, will be used in the future in the different machinery segments. And as I already said up front, we are planning 2 additional webinars with really deep dive, first on drones together with Hala Sky, where we will have a closer look on their solutions. We will also talk with them about the regulations in the market and what we can expect in the near and midterm future. Same is true, for VDMA, and hopefully together with KEBA, we'll have a closer look on the OPC-UA standard for robotics, on what the different working groups are working on, where most work has to be done. And then we will have a closer look, and DragonBot will explain us in more detail how the future robotic teaching programming will be done. And this is also planned for Q4. So Mario.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Before you are allowed to raise the questions, I want to make everyone aware that we at ARC are regularly doing and publishing our sentiment index. And I'd really like all of you to participate. You will get, when you participate, the results. We also do on a regular basis webinars where the graphs are discussed and interpreted. So please take the chance, scan the QR code or use the link. And we will also upload on our platform on YouTube this webinar. And you can for sure also get in contact with us so we can provide you with the slides.
Okay, Fabian, I think that's it for today. Thanks again for your support. And just one last remark, you will find all the details like Fabian mentioned on our portal. So a lot of webinars you can have a look at. And please feel free to contact Fabian and myself to get access to any of those. Thank you very much and see you soon.